It is daily more evident that current levels of migration place unwarranted pressure on already stressed health and social services, housing and education, as well as what were once seen as traditional British values. In other words, contra Archbishop Welby and the progressive establishment, we should perhaps be far less indifferent to the profound change 2 decades of open borders have had upon a British way of life and self-understanding. Once large-scale migration begins, it becomes a self-reinforcing process. If there is a single law in migration, Myron Weiner wrote in The Global Migration Crisis, it is that a migration flow once begun induces its own flow. Migrants enable their friends and relatives back home to migrate by providing them with information about how to migrate, resources to facilitate movement, and assistance in finding jobs and housing. As Samuel Huntington observed in his prescient The Clash of Civilizations and the Remaking of World Order, 1996, Europe and the UK experienced an evolving post-Cold War migration crisis, partly because of these unregulated flows, but also because not all migrants from different cultures fully integrate into society. The challenge is both demographic and cultural. Sustained immigration can produce divided communities. Moreover, as culture assumes increasing salience in an identity-obsessed post-Cold War disorder, formerly monocultural European societies have become cleft. In a cleft country, Huntington tells us, minority groups and their host country find that the forces of repulsion drive them apart and they gravitate towards civilizational magnets in other societies. Unlike mainland Europe, the UK has not had to cope with either unregulated migration or an invasion until the last decade of the 20th century. Ironically, Brexit has only exacerbated the problem. Thank you for watching. This video is a chapter in the book, A Front Row Seat at the End of History, by authors David Martin Jones and M.L.R. Smith, and published by the Bruges Group. To view more videos in this series and more content from the Bruges Group, please subscribe to our channel. See you next time.